Hey, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Say That Again. And I'm your boy AG the OG, and I'm joined with my man KG the Kid. What's going on with it, fam?
What's happening? What's happening? Been a while.
Not much. I see. It's been a little minute. I see you got the rodeo hat on, the cowboy hat, rocking the difference. That's definitely a different style for today. Let's just say that's a Texas thing, cuz.
Yeah, it's rodeo time here in Texas, so we gotta be like the Texans. You know what I'm
I
saying?
mean, like
I
the
gotta
Texas.
I gotta rock it for all my friends. Nah, but
You said-
rodeo season a good time. You know me, I'm not a person. I have I have an open mind, so I don't be like, oh man, I ain't doing that. That's whack or whatever. Nah, wherever I'm at, wherever I visit, I like to get to experience part of the culture. If I like it, I like it. If I don't, I don't. Right. And but it's kind of crazy to say something I don't like when I haven't even tried to experience or tried to do anything of it. You know,
Already.
so I'm not saying the rodeo is no Mardi Gras or anything like that, but the
Nah, I
rodeo
feel you.
is. But the
Well, I've
rodeo
I've been
is
to the rodeo
something to do.
like up here as an event, like they come up for a while and stuff like that. But of course, the hype for it down up in H Town in Texas just a little different, just a little different. You know what I'm saying? Up here in the Ville, Louisville, Kentucky. But again, I've been to the rodeo, and might I tell you, when I have went to the rodeo, I had a blast. The last time I went, bro, up here they had it at Liberty Hall weekend event and everything, and it's like 3 days and stuff like that up here. They'll just kick it for like a
Mhm.
weekend, kind of like a come and go type of thing, man. And I tell you what, last time I went, the cars, oh man, I had an absolute great time. So I already know. So it's you bringing the flavor today. So I'm kind of, you got me reminiscing on it and thinking about how great of a time I did have at the damn rodeo, man. And I'm not a
Yeah, man.
that's not my cup of tea per se.
Hmm.
That's just, it's not. But I'm be totally lying if I tell you I ain't a fan of the rodeo and will be going again when it come around. I'm all on board now.
Howdy, howdy, howdy. How you do? How you do? You know what I'm saying? Yeehaw.
Yeah.
So
I
nah,
mean,
man.
look, I don't. Yeah. I don't even get it that deep in it, but I tell you what, I do enjoy some
Hey,
rodeo.
hey, gotta ride it like a rodeo.
hey,
Hey,
hey, Juvie
what's
said
that
it best. You
jujitsu?
gonna ride it like a rodeo.
Yo, bounce that. Yeah, but nah, it was for here. It's here about 3 weeks. Some of your best performers or some of your known names have performed here at the rodeo. I know Cardi B performed a few years ago. I believe Justin Bieber performed. I'm not mistaken, a while ago. So you get a lot of it's livestock. You get your livestock. You get your carnival,
Mm-hmm.
and you get your performances. So and it's doing spring break. So that's another thing that's pretty great that the kids have something to do because they took Astroworld away from Houston. Who knows why? They said they've given too many stories, but it's getting harder and harder for teenage kids to actually have some fun and to have good things for kids to do when you take amusements that kids like, something like Astroworld, a theme park that the other three major, the other two cities at least have, San Antonio, Dallas. They got SeaWorld, Six Flags, all
Yeah.
types of stuff. So I don't know what's going on with a major city like Houston not being able to produce an activity of that nature with all the space that they have. It seems like all the space that they want to do is put tow people cars and put it in the lots. Like they tow bus
Yeah. I
stuff, like
mean,
we talked about on the last
I
episode.
did. That was
Want
ugly.
they
That
just
was
want to use
ugly.
the space to tow cars. But other than that, seriously though, it's great. A lot of history behind it. I was reading up some history of the livestock when it was established, so it's pretty great. You know, it looks like it says it all started in 1931 in the depths of the Great Depression at the Texas State Hotel. It said now the Club Quarters Hotel. There were 7 men convened by Port City stockyards over James Storwell gathered over lunch to address an old problem: the lack of cattle market in southeast Texas, despite the presence of 2 million head of steer in the 16th region. So it's a lot. It's a lot there. Um, so
Lot
I
to
encourage
digest off of
anybody if
that.
y'all really,
Yeah.
lot to digest. But it's not, again, it's not old, but it's old enough. And I like the celebration of it. I get to take my son.
Old
He
enough
he
to be
likes
called
it.
tradition.
He enjoyed himself. Yeah, old enough to be called a tradition. So I believe I took my son last year, so I like to take his cousins whenever I get the chance, and take my nieces and nephews to the rodeo just so they can have fun. Some people be like, oh, that's a waste, but for kids, I
Mm-mm.
believe anything that you can do and they can experience is not a waste, because it's things they remember and they cherish, and then you keep traditions going. Because just like my uncle, God rest his soul, he always took me to the monster trucks. So, it's something dear to my heart. When he used to come to New Orleans, take my son, take his cousins to the monster trucks whenever I can. At least introduce them to it, then so they know, oh, I went to this, I like this. My uncle loved cars, so it was, like I say,
Yeah.
just something to think about, and it was great.
Like I
So
told you with the
traditions are
NFL
great.
experience
Need to
when it
keep that
came in the year Tom Brady won his first Super Bowl against the Rams when they came to New Orleans that year in 2002. I remember going to the NFL experience.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like you said, and I was in the sports, so that to me that was right up my alley. You know what I mean? But it's just what you talking about: events, moments, memorable things as kids, for sure.
Yeah, so last thing for all people who say, forget the rodeo and they have their things, try to embrace like you want other people in the embrace your culture. There's nothing wrong with trying to embrace something and see it for what it is, not for what it's not. I think sometimes people get too focused on for what it's not, and base it for what it is. Oh, the food is not good. All this. Well, don't eat the food there. Eat before you go. There's other great things like the animals.
I mean, that's some bullshit anyway, but still.
Yeah, but it's other great things. And sometimes you have to take things for what it is, not for what you want it to be. And nothing's 100% perfect to your standards or anybody's standards. So I always say, if you can, give things a chance for what it is, not for what you in your mind expect it to be or want it to be, or have this, crazy thought.
Facts.
And yeah, so yeah, man, it has a lot of interesting things. I don't know if you got to see the Oscars. I liked it. I thought it was good. I thought for the first time watching the Oscars, the movies that won, I watched them.
Right.
Like the actors who won in the movies, I watched them, because remember that one year, The Shape of Water, besides when the Lord of the Rings was winning, some of our favorites.
Yeah.
But like when the time The Shape of Water was winning and stuff, like, what the hell is The Shape of Water?
That's still a lot of. I mean, even yeah. I mean, there's still a lot of them out there that be nominated. And I don't remember that one or some of that bombed at the box office. How's it nominated? Oh, people didn't appreciate it. I wonder why they didn't appreciate it.
Yeah, remember. Well,
shit boring.
I look at it like this. Remember, if just because you sell at the box office doesn't mean it's a great movie by movie critic standards. Kind of like the college. It's kind of like the college quarterback. You could be great in college, don't mean you're gonna be great in the NFL. I look at it in that realm. But I thought your resume is supposed to speak for itself, right? So
well, it's just one of those where like you could sell at the box office and not be nominated for nothing, and then you can honestly bomb at the box office and be one of the best movies.
So that's just it. But that's crazy because, but I thought success a good movie was based on how many people wanted to go watch it. Right. So what are we?
Financial success, yeah.
Well, but it's kind of like, okay, let's talk about us. We're doing a podcast. If a lot of people start watching us, that decides whether we're good or not, right? If there's awards, it should be about who is listening. But if nobody listens to us, we win all the awards, and there's a podcast 2 million people listening to. You talk about a movie 1 million
ain't
people
winning shit.
saw versus Yeah, 1 million people saw
Yeah.
versus a movie 100 million people saw, and don't win. I mean, with again, so I mean, but overall, it was like I say, The Whale. I can't remember the actor name who won the Whale. He played in the
Brandon
movie
Walsh.
as well, but The Whale,
Brendan
I
Fraser.
believe so. But The Whale was a great, yeah, Brandon Fraser. The Whale was a great movie for anyone who haven't. If y'all want to get a chance to watch, if y'all want to watch a good movie. It opens your eyes with
an Oscar award winning movie.
You know, it really was when I watched that movie, I was like, that's it. I was like, he's probably with the Oscars. I was like, he's probably gonna win for that because he did a good job, and it was worthy. That's why you know, again, I still don't think Will Smith should have got it for what's that movie he played in, King Richard. Thought it was a less, you know, I didn't, you know, like the movie that much.
It was okay. It wasn't, you know, one of his better roles. I mean, he still played the hell out of him though, but it's just the movie itself.
Yeah, but I
feel like he has played better performances than that deserve. You know why Denzel had to be crooked before he took it. You know, a lot of people would think that Denzel has had better roles in Training Day.
I don't know.
I don't know either, but I'm just saying, how well he played Malcolm X, how well he played in the Hurricane, cause, you know, technically speaking, Remember the Titans was before Training Day, so
yeah, remember the Titans, like Halle Berry had to win, she had to come out her panties to win, huh? So, but
still
yeah,
don't
you got a point.
Ball, cause
I don't like it either. That's what I'm saying. I'm like,
it's actually a good movie, though. It actually is a good movie.
It's all right. But she came, you know, she had to come out to win that Oscar, right? But overall, I looked at that and I was like, that's a great performance, and I'm glad he won. Another movie, Jimmy Kimmel. I know you don't like Jimmy Kimmel, right?
Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah, Kimmel, whatever the hell his name is. But I thought he did. He had a good joke. He had a good joke about somebody running into running on the stage or whatever. So he had a good joke about it. So he joked.
And now he got jokes.
I
saw a little clip there. Like, okay, that not to veer off too much, but didn't Eddie Murphy finish up the Oscars with the slap? Didn't he finish the night up like with a joke? Like where he was talking about like 3 things you don't do in Hollywood, and he was like, you know, three things you need to make sure you do in Hollywood, and it was like pay your taxes, something else, and keep Will Smith's wife's name out your motherfucking mouth.
Yeah, so,
and like his face wasn't like appreciating that shit.
Yeah, that was pretty right. But nah. Another thing too was I don't know if you ever seen that movie Everything Everywhere All at Once. Pretty good fucking movie. Pretty like that Tarantino type. It was
I'm gonna have to watch it to let you know if it's Tarantino type before you go that far, because I'm a Tarantino expert over here and I ain't seen the new movie yet, and I don't want to make that judgment. So I'll let you know if it's Tarantino type, but it is by the Russo brothers. It is by the Russo brothers. Yeah,
Tarantino, and it's like a Kill Bill type too. It's like a combination of that.
Okay.
So it was
okay.
It was great. It was a lot going on. It was what I loved about it. It was unexpected. When I went to people were talking about it when I first watched it, and we watched it. It was very unexpected. And my girl, Jamie Lee Curtis, won an Oscar. Mm-hmm. So I didn't really like her. I didn't really like her speech too much, but overall, I like Jamie Lee Curtis as an actor. I grew up always liked her. A lot of people were saying, you know, you had the controversy every time somebody wins. It's kind of crazy. People in America, listen. When somebody wins, that means somebody else has to lose every motherfucking time. Just because your person didn't win does not mean the person who won didn't deserve it, or the person who won didn't deserve it. Now, there are some instances where we've seen people win awards that we clearly know that other person should have won the award. I can count those on top of my hand for the most part. But
Robberies.
in this instance, robberies. That's the word I was looking for. But in this instance, maybe some people feel like Jamie Lee Curtis had a small role in the movie, so that's why. But I'm trying to figure out, why should Angela Bassett win an award? What the fuck should you do? Now, she should have won it when she played Tina Turner, and what's love got to do with it? That was a phenomenal fucking performance. So maybe some people feel like maybe she's old. I can understand that. But
who's old?
I just don't like...
Jamie Lee Curtis is probably older.
Correct.
So that throws that theory out the window.
And I believe that was Jamie Lee Curtis' first Oscar. Because I believe her parents were actors as well. I saw an interview on Today's Show, and I think this is her first, Oscar. Yeah, man, I think it's her first Oscar. We can look it up. I know when she was talking about
she's put in some good performances in her career.
Yeah, she put in some. Yeah, so I think when you talking about these two people, I don't like in this particular instance putting black versus white or white versus black. I don't like it because only thing, like I say, I didn't like about Jamie Lee Curtis was her speech on a whole lot of about other things that I just disagree with. In terms of the, man, and all that other stuff that we ain't got to worry about today. But other than that, I shout out to Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yeah, no doubt. Shout out to Jamie Lee Curtis.
And shout out to Angela Bassett, too. She was looking great. Shout out to Angela Bassett. She was looking great. I ain't taking nothing away from her. But we got to stop this when somebody... We got to stop when somebody win. We can't be just happy for, okay, this person won, it was their time, right? Just like when Will won, it was his time. Whoever win, it was their time. In this, again, I do think the original song, I think Rihanna should have won that for that song. The song that did win, I thought that was more of a robbery, and I thought that was legit. That was legit in my opinion. But the whole, talking about how Jamie Lee, how Angela Bassett looked, and stuff like that, I just disagree. And people could disagree with me. I understand if you do disagree with me. It's understandable. But I'm going to stand by my word, and I'm going to stand by what I said. And, Yeah, the
Oscars is one of those things now where back to what you talked about before, they kind of, I don't know if it's like obviously controlled or whatever, but I really feel like we have that in a lot of award shows. I don't want to say award shows, awards. Everything's behind, like it's almost like every year they giving somebody the award for technically what they deserved in the past, like Leonardo DiCaprio. Hit that bullshit ass movie, bro, with the bear and all that, where they had to stuff him in it, and then bro, that was not one of his better good movies that I just love to watch. Was it okay, and did he put on a performance with Tom Hardy? Yes, but it's like, acting like you freezing cold. Like, he got a gift, bro. He can act, but he that type of acting, like not no good dramatization movie with real dialogue. Like, he's had performances like that in the past that we feel like he should have won, and then the one that he, again, just to your point, not like he didn't deserve it at all. It's just that he finally got one, and that's the one y'all gave him. Like, this is actually one of the ones that I wouldn't have been mad if he lost the motherfucker. I'm not even tripping. But it's they giving the awards like years behind. Like, oh, we'll give it to him this year to make up for the other one of the three that we didn't give. But should have won it this year. And then 2 or 3 years from now, they win one for one they didn't deserve, who got robbed, and it's like a revolving cycle. And so it seems like the award show is a little behind on some shit like that.
Yeah, like they're reactive instead of proactive. in that regard, in a sense, because like you say, a lot of people should have won that didn't, and it's ridiculous.
And then,
some of these award shows.
Shout out to them for having so many good performances for us to argue about. Cause
absolutely,
and sometimes they can't make up for some of them.
Yeah, that's totally true. That's 100% true. So, but it was overall great event. Nothing crazy happened, which was great. We didn't get no nonsense. And I was just mad because last year we got your boy, I think his name was Packer, the Packer dude, and he was the first black dude to do the whole organize the Oscars thing, and for that to happen when it's the first for Black for All, it's like that saying, oh, look what happened. Soon we give y'all something, this what y'all do. Acting ass. Soon we give y'all nigglets something, you act this happens. See, look. That's why we won't give it to you. You know what I'm saying? And it's not to say you don't have to be on your best behavior, because obviously other people are given that leeway. But still, we gotta be better.
Yeah. When you give an opportunity, no matter what position you in, whether all that aside, it's like come on now, is this what you make of the opportunity that you given? Like whether it be embarrassing or a mockery, it's like, for real though, like this ain't your finest moment. Let's just say that.
Yeah, man. And but we've been having a lot of interesting things happening in the world. As we heard about the world, as we heard about SVB Bank. I kept wanting to get that confused for my man.
Did you say you got an STD something?
Nah, man, I kept getting that confused.
Oh, you said SVB Bank. I feel you. Okay, my bad.
Yeah.
You was misspeaking.
I kept getting that confused with SVP. I thought it was Scott Bank.
I thought you said short-term disability or something.
Nah, SVB. On a real note, if y'all heard about the Silicon Valley Bank collapse, whoo.
If you ain't heard by now, run and get your money right now.
Yeah, run it. I would recommend, even though the federal government decided to insure more than its normal limit, the $250,000. For all you people who don't know, I'm talking about regular people who taking y'all money out banks. Remember, people, the bank insures up to $250,000 of your money.
Cold hard cash on me.
If you don't have that much in your bank account, you ain't got nothing to worry about.
Don't worry about that. The FDIC got your back. Don't worry about that.
Go ahead and keep your money in there, because the more and more y'all take y'all money out the bank account, the worse y'all making it.
Y'all contributing to the facts. Accessories after the facts. You are involved now, and they gonna come for your ass, just like they did Enron.
Yeah. So let's not do that. Have trust in banks. Obviously, I always keep cash on me. You never know what can happen. We may not have access to. It's kind of like I always keep gas cans in my garage, just in case. Right? So it's always good to always. But I always say
have a little mattress money.
Have a little mattress money. But I always tell people as well, never just have one bank account either. I always have more than, I'm not saying have 5, but at least have 2. At least
don't keep all your eggs in one basket.
Don't keep all your eggs in one basket. But you saw what the CEO did, right? It's funny because the CEO of Silicon Valley Bank took out $3 million. He sold $3 million of stock 2 or 3 weeks before the bank's demise. Isn't that skeptical? And I think all of them got bonuses or some shit like that.
And all of them got their bonus a little bit before, 2 or 3 days before. They
in that
bonuses
strange,
clear.
man, that's kind of fucked up.
It's
Kind
a
of
little,
messed
it's
up,
a
man.
little interesting. It's a little interesting. Definitely,
It-
definitely a head scratcher.
yeah, I mean, and Silicon Valley Bank is a relatively new bank as well. I'm not even sure if it's been in existence for 100 years yet.
Oh no, shit no. If I'm not
Maybe.
mistaken, I think it's one of the newer banks. When I say whatever, however long, like you said, but I did hear that it was the largest like tech firm bank. Modern companies starting up. They almost banked with like 30 to 40% alone of new startup tech companies. They backed a lot of finance and tech. So I mean, you got one bank that 35 to 40% of all of them basically bank with them. So that's huge. And they were a new bank getting with modern times. So how you feel on that? How does that make the average person feel too? That something old is sustaining, but something newer just seems to be slipping with the modern and stuff that the technology and tech startup programs. It's a lot of things going on that and on the inside.
Yeah, tech people are getting hit really hard right now. That Silicon Valley, all that area, a lot of layoffs. I believe they may have I think the new age is a little bit more aggressive, than the old age, right? Than the old money. I think the new money, it's I want it now, I want it fast. So, and that's just not the way it always works. It's kind of it's more like when the pandemic happened and you had stocks like Zoom rising and Peloton rising, and it's like, okay, that's not sustainable. Like your Apples, your Googles. The reason why that's going up is going up because of this. So I think the newer tech industry got a little bit ahead of themselves. Yep. That's what happened with young folks. What happened with us young folks?
Yeah, when they get a little ahead of this, they get a little ahead of themselves.
It's like what old people normally tell us: keep living, right? Keep living. So it's more of that: keep living, and you'll see. I think they got too ahead of themselves, and they needed to kind of slow down, let it grow. I know all y'all want to be millionaires and have your billionaires and be
overnight,
out there, but slow and steady wins the race. Always, I'd rather be slow and steady than fast.
Oh yeah, well we would all
fast.
We would all like to achieve the goal. If the only way you could achieve the goal in the most. Not saying the only way, obviously not, but if it's like a high success rate, one of those, like high, it was like playing the stock market. That's basically what you're doing with entrepreneurship anyway, because that's exactly kind of high risk, high reward, low risk, low reward, but at the same time, when you have situations like these, you don't necessarily want to put yourself in a crash and or burn type of situation. You do want to float in case you fail, so to speak. I mean, there's got to be safe havens. You can't, even when people, I really feel like, I mean, don't get me wrong. Sometimes, you have, detrimental and astronomical situations. But for the most part, when people go through turmoil, it's almost like falling out the tree, but you hitting branches on the way down to slow you up a little bit. Yeah, they still hurt, but it's not like literally falling straight to the ground. Nothing, absolutely not. Sometimes you do have those situations, but in this case, that's almost seemed like what it was when banks like SVP and stuff are no longer able to sustain. That's when you got situations where there is no falling on the way down. If basically now you don't even have the money to begin to start having a payroll for your employees, like what do you do? That's it. It's all done. It's all over. You better, if hopefully you got a little bit in the reservoir to maybe maintain, you could, you've invested. There's a lot of myriad of things you could do to kind of get yourself out. But sometimes when all your money's invested in one bank, all your eggs was in one basket, like we just said, and that basket falls and all the eggs break.
And remember, people, so when you put your money in the bank, yeah, you putting your money in the bank, but don't think they just got a folder that says Latrell $1,500. Nah, they investing your money there. Obviously, you can go get it out, but your money is not. It's not your account, and then we take.
You can
your
go
account
get it out if they got
safe
it
with your money on it. Yeah, if they got
SVP ain't having to give. That's they ain't having to give. Cause that's what I'm saying. Get to the point. Like we talk about, the FDIC has you covered. You will eventually get that back, but that's the point we talking about. Got you covered. That's why you don't need to trip. Because if you do walk into the bank and then say I want my money, and they say we literally don't have the money to right now, we cannot break out cash and give you cash right now. Yeah, you got digits in your virtual bank account. You can log into your phone right now and see them numbers. And it makes you feel good, don't it? But guess what? Go to the bank and they cannot pull out cash and put cash on the counter for you so you can walk out and go buy something with that cash. That's it. And then at the same time, you can't buy nothing with that number, that digital number, because the people who you just bought is going to want the cash from the bank. And the bank can't transfer the cash So it's, again, it's, SVP didn't have it to give. So you walk into the bank and they didn't have the bills to put on the counter. You shit out of luck. But back to what I was saying, you covered by the FDIC, you will see that money, but the bank won't give it to you on the spot. You're going to have to file your claim. At this point, if the bank ain't got it to give you, it's already probably known that they went under anyway, so you ain't got to worry about that. But that is the point. You covered. You won't see that money until sometime later after issues are resolved. You will not see that money on a counter. Let's just put it like that.
So, yeah, but that's just for some, if anybody didn't know, y'all want to look up more stuff. There's been a lot of stuff, going on right now. Interest rates about to go up again. So, and the reason why that is, too many people got available credit. So, that's why you got inflation. So, hopefully this will get fixed. This will go down. And we'll see, we won't go into a bad recession, hopefully, and everybody will be okay. That's what I pray. But in the meantime, everybody, get on your grind. Be ready for anything, because we don't know what's going to happen. So don't spend crazy. Try to save as much as you can. Live your life, but still try to be at a way if something happened, you're okay. Right?
Hey, stay ready. Ain't got to get ready.
Hey, have your side hustles, whatever that may be. Never count on an employer. They can let you go today or tomorrow. Nothing wrong with that. But nothing wrong with working for an employer, because having your own business is way harder than working for somebody. Trust me, having your own business ain't what it's cooked up to be. It's great. It's great if you can do it, but I don't wish them problems on anybody.
Yeah. So it takes hard work and dedication. Yeah.
Yeah. People say, "Oh, just start a business." Like, come on now, working. It's still working for an employer.
Be like, why you ain't gonna support me anyway, motherfucker?
That's what I'm trying to say. But yeah, I would say everybody make sure, hey, let's make sure we saving for a rainy days actually. And and we look at it like this. But I got a bone to pick here. We got bones to pick. Maegan Hall. Yes, I got a bone to pick with Maegan Hall. I don't know if you know who Maegan Hall is.
As a matter of fact,
know who she is. If you want to know who she is, I'm gonna show you who she is right now. Check this out.
Show me.
This is Maegan. I'll show you. Let me know what you think. How she look.
Okay. I'm kind of a little anxious right now. You know what I'm saying?
I want to see a bunch of
the hands rubbing together. Okay.
I want to see
show me.
I want to see a lot of Maegan Hall.
Okay, show
me.
Maegan
Hall is a wonderful specimen.
Okay.
So this is Maegan Hall. I don't know if you heard of her,
Oh,
but
that's Maegan Hall.
yeah, this is
I didn't know her
Maegan Hall.
name.
She's supposedly now suing the department. She has a husband. I think she was a swinger, a cheater, just a bad woman, bad wife. Not somebody I would want to be my wife. But this woman,
Mm-hmm.
um, you know, she wanted to, she's a very sharing woman. There's nothing wrong with that. You know, if you are what you are, if that's what you want to be, that's what you want to be.
Okay.
But this Tennessee woman slept with them in the whole department. And
Hey.
you know, she got some mandingos in her. She got some women in her. She got all type of stuff in her. You know what I'm saying? She wasn't discriminating on nothing. She said I sleep, with whoever.
Mm-hmm.
She got everything in her from what I heard. She even slept with one of the officer's wife in the officer. Wanted her husband to join, but the husband wasn't with it.
And the officer.
But I will say this about the husband. The husband is supporting her through this. He's still there for her. Shout out to the husband.
That's crazy. No.
Men can stay too. Men can stay too. Shout out.
No shout out to the husband from me.
Shout out to Mr.
There's
Hall.
only one way. There's only one reason.
Shout out to Mr.
One way he gets
Shout out to
support
Mr.
in
Hall.
my book, because I was gonna say that she was on something local with late night with fucking Gene Jennings or somebody, one of them's whatever, Lester Wallace or whatever. Apparently that was not all willing. So you said she's a very sharing, caring person, which
remember, she's
some
not
of us
claiming
appreciate
rape.
those type. No. But coercion is a pretty extreme offense too. So let's just, we ain't gonna debate that right now. We just gonna debate whether or not it was 100%. I enjoy this. That's where she was saying I'm not enjoying it because I'm being forced to do it. I get it. Basically, she's saying I went along with it to not get raped. I went along with it to play along. I went along to play along. If I wanted to keep that career in that, I had to suck some dick. I had to do exactly what you just said. Had to get some, and she went down the Mandingo route and she got piped up. Okay, slip. But some of the stories, I guess, make it seem like if one of the officers, a male, imposes his will on a woman, takes out, on the clock, and she goes and necks him up, then hey. But with the wife and everything, that's almost like a willful type of thing. I guess. I don't know. But anyway, if the husband actually believes her that she was coerced and forced, and then maybe because, hey, if it's true love, then yes, I would hate for my partner to have been forced through something like that. Can't imagine the trauma. If you love him, you gotta want to be there for him. But if she's this sharing, caring person that we talk about, fuck that bitch. And I'm going to say that again. Fuck that bitch. Excuse my language on here, folks. I don't cuss like that often. No shouts out to Mr. Hall on this side. Okay? I'm so sorry. If she's a sharing, caring, and yoked them up willingly and just enjoyed it, and now, okay, here's the thing. If she did completely enjoy all this, and now she's only claiming this after the fact because she's embarrassed, obviously out of this fucking world. But if she's only claiming this because of embarrassment and she actually enjoyed it, then exactly what I said. Mr. Hall me and him need to go get a beer because something ain't clicking right with Mr. Hall. I'm so sorry. That is nah, bro. I don't have that type of heart. That heart shouldn't be brought towards me. I wouldn't expect nobody to put up with no shit like that if I did that. Come on, cuz.
Well, I mean, again, so we look at the facts. It was reported that they were at a party. She was kissing on the woman and tried to ask the one of the officer's wives and try to ask the husband, and the husband wasn't really with it. So we know. I mean, obviously, anything is a case nowadays. It seems like money. It seemed like money which we created. It seemed like that's the root of evil, and it's people are doing whatever it is to get it. So I believe in this case, and it's kind of funny because he's like, "No, I wasn't raped," and this is very sensitive. This is a very sensitive topic. I know, I was laughing, but I don't know what happened with this young woman entirely. But when it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different dudes, then it has to be some willing. It's like so you mean to tell me 5 men were just forcing her to do something she didn't want to do but did want to do? I mean, you have to make it make sense.
Apparently, that's the environment that they brought. These dudes was cool. They was like, "Hey, bro, go. I just did this with Maegan, bro. Go ask Maegan to do that. Go tell her she'll do it." He might have did it. Is she friendly? I don't know.
So, question: if I'm your friend, right? We cool. If I do something and I'm like, it's working. Hey man, I just did this. I made X, Y, and Z, or this, and this. I'm like, man, you need to go try that. You're gonna go try it too because you're gonna try to be successful. And I'm telling you because you're able to do it. Now, if you want to do it, that's up to you. So meaning, if this young lady, if she was giving the goods out like that, it had to be willingly for the most part. Again, I don't know 100%, but it looks, hey, they was having fun. Everybody was running through that. And the first stories that came out, it was all, hey, this is what I wanted to do. My husband, everybody was cool with it.
Bro, when it first came out, I didn't know nothing behind it. I just knew she was a meme for exactly that. Yeah, but when for yoking up a lot of motherfuckers.
But when it first came out, it was like husband was like, I support her. I kind of that's who she is. I believe if you a person who like to have sex or like to do that, just be that person. Because I want to know how long
you got to find a person who likes to keep up with that, because sex is a dangerous drug. Sex is one of those where, like, when you want it and you like, and your partner's not giving it to you, what you gonna do?
Hey, but hey, sex ain't a drug though. I wouldn't say it's
an addiction.
It can be an addiction. But sex is something addicting.
No, it's not a drug. I get it. I was just saying that using it as that term. Yeah. It's like that. If you just said it, if you like sex, okay, cool. We like many of us like sex.
I think like 99.5% of people love sex. We're designed but
we love sex on different levels. And what if your partner don't like sex like you like? What are you gonna do?
Then you chose the wrong.
Touche. And if she like to give the goods out like that, Mr. Hall is not the right one.
But like I say, I just don't like how she's going now. And now this is got a lawyer, and she's a victim now. But this went on for a while. To me, this isn't a little child. This isn't a teenage girl, 12, 13. This wasn't nobody grooming her. This was nobody grooming her. She went into that.
Nice. It got leaked somehow. That's what I'm saying. She was a meme.
It got
when
leaked.
I first seen her and heard her, I did not know anything about no story. I didn't hear nothing about no girl all I saw was the police picture that you saw with a bunch of memes at the top with, like, when the neighborhood girl giving it up for everybody or something. I don't know. It was obviously whole type joke memes. And I figured.
But the thing is, who leaked?
I figured she got busted.
Who leaked it? Yeah, she got busted. So when you get busted, now you revert to this. See, this is the only thing that I dislike.
Embarrassed.
When they talk about believe all women or believe this or believe that. Let's believe the facts that come out, no matter who it is. Let's believe the facts. Let's not go after money or go after this or go after that. Let's go after the facts. And that's the main thing. If something did happen to this young lady, that definitely will come out if that's the case. But looking at the facts, not so much. Especially you would have more of an argument for me if she really didn't have like the threesomes and stuff like that. You would have more, but going to another person's house willingly when you don't have to perform that even after the job in doing that, I don't know what you call that. Like, where do we go? So where do we go from here? People. If somebody could say, "I'm gonna go here," I went there, but I went there and I didn't. I went there, but I didn't. When I went there, now I'm regretting.
Right, exactly.
Come on now,
exactly.
At what point do you take responsibility?
I had one beer.
Responsibility for your
I had one beer. I remember it was what 1979. I had one beer.
Can't remember none else. Can't remember how you got there. Can't remember how she left. But I had one beer.
Correct. But I know I had one beer.
Trying to indicate you wasn't drunk, so your memory is impaired. So you got to say that, right? It's foolishness. Right. It's laughable, and you get all these. A lot of people say, most assault victims are not liars, or this happens. But I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know, because yes, this happens to women, happens to lesser degree to men, but I see a lot of men that have been in prison. I see a lot of college dudes that have been falsely accused of accusations by women. A lot of times that a lot of men have lost time off their life. Look at when what's that called? When They See Us. Videos like that. But a lot of men have lost time off their life or going to jail or this because like just by looking at a woman. And we come to nowadays. So, at what point does a woman get held responsible for the action she make? Like, okay, let's be honest. Let's not go to a man's house at 2 a.m. and you go, why are you going over there? You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying he's supposed to rape you or do anything like that, but if it's 2 o'clock in the daytime and y'all go to a restaurant to eat, you have security. You're a little more secure and things like that. But everybody in their right mind know if you're going to somebody's house at 2 a.m, you know what's gonna happen.
It's going down.
Kind of like
for real.
It's going down. So it's kind of like my boy,
something pleasurable. Let's put it like that.
Some pleasure. It's kind of like what Tiger Woods going through right now. It's insane. It's insane what Tiger Woods is going through from.
Shout out my man Tiger Woods, bro.
Shout out Tiger Woods. She signed the NDA. She wants $30 million. Wasn't the man's wife? Signed the NDA. I say that once again. Signed the NDA, but then she won. Now the only way the NDA is void if she claims sexual assault. But she hasn't claimed sexual assault in 6 years. So nothing, but it's kind of crazy that somebody can go through this, and these are top stories in regards to this. And for all my women out there who do go through these things, I'm fighting for you. I'm here for you. I'm supporting all these things. All these things need to be watched and we need to raise our young men better. To be like, control yourself better. Don't do this. Teach our young men better. But we know these evil happens regardless. We got school shootings. These things do happen. We can't really do anything about it. So we know these things happen. All I would say is always protect yourself. Be mindful of yourself. Get out that mindset of I'm gonna wear what I want. I'm gonna do what I want. I'm this. Just be careful about that. It's not saying you can't do this, but be careful. It's like if I ride around in a car that got big rims and got TVs and I'm flashing it. If I don't park that car in my garage and leave it in the driveway on the street of the apartment, guess what? Somebody gonna break into it.
You asking for that shit to get broke into.
If I'm walking around, if I'm walking the streets with a gold watch on and some chains, and it's 2-3 o'clock in the morning, I might get robbed, and I'm a man. So as a woman, be careful. And a lot of people don't like to say it, but be careful what you wear. Like, you don't have, again, you dress however the way you want to dress. But remember, whatever we do comes with consequences. And I think the problem is with women is they don't understand that. They don't understand, like, if I wear this, I'm gonna attract certain type of people. And it's not to say that should happen. It is, you could be wearing,
but that's just the reality of it.
So yeah, you could be wearing some shorts and whatever, and that's because they'll happen. But more times than not, if you wearing those shorts, if you wearing those short shorts that show your butt crack and show all this, you're gonna attract certain type of people. You're gonna get that attention when more. If you didn't wear that, more those people wouldn't be looking. So we have to understand that they wouldn't be looking out. So we have to you have to be like, hey, let's not, when you go into the gym and making all these false accusations that dudes looking at you. Well, if you was going to the gym to work out, it doesn't require tights. It don't require you to be, half naked. It doesn't. Working out doesn't. Like you know how dudes cut off with all the shirt, or like even at LA when dudes have cut your shirt off. Just like, but you don't have it. Going to the gym doesn't require you to be showing. It doesn't require you to do that. But when you do that, if you do stuff like that, if anybody does stuff like that, people are gonna look. And if you go in public spaces,
right? How'd you know I was looking at you unless you looked at me?
We're looking at me. Thank you. And you the one in the gym recording and doing all this nonsense. I'm not. So we have to just be careful of. Right. Like we just have to But see, the only problem I hate about people is.
Why she got to wear yoga pants and that tights like that? Why she can't wear basketball shorts and a cutout t-shirt?
But check it out. But check it out, fam. People hate when stuff is done to them because it's all fine and dandy if you record the fat dude and you can see his ass crack and y'all laughing at him as women and you doing all this. But if that man is recording you, he's a creep. If he's recording you sending it to his buddy, hey man, look at this chick. She fine. She this, she that. It's a creeper now. But if you got your phone out, recording, putting it on the internet, laughing at people, how they doing stuff and how they may look and how this person, this, that, and the third, it's all Gucci, right? So again, that goes back to what Chris Rock said, selective outrage, right? We like to be selective about our outrage, and that shit's whack. So to Maegan Hall, I'll say it again. Go your ass back home to your husband. Straight up. Your claims are whack.
Mr. Hall.
I don't feel sorry for you.
Get the fuck away from Mr. Hall.
Hey, Mr. Hall, put in that work, Mr. Hall. Hey, shout out Mr. Hall, because he stayed with his wife. Straight up, man.
I don't want to
How many women stay with men? How many women stay with men that cheat? Come on now. Shout out to Mr. Hall. My man's loyal.
To me, there is levels to cheating. There's levels to cheating.
I'm going to stand by my woman.
So I mean, obviously you could paint 25,000 different scenarios of cheating, and this is only one of them. But I mean, let's just narrow that down to say for instance, she slept with one guy who happens to be her doctor or something. I don't know. A rich guy drives a Benz, whatever. I could paint you a story real quick. Say for instance, you and your girl, hey, look, y'all have a baby and all that. And then all of a sudden, say she, had a doctor the whole time, pregnancy and everything. This is a good looking guy and y'all cool. You done met the guy, all about him and everything. He drive a Benz, making $400,000 a year, had a baby, you and her living a good life. Then all of a sudden y'all go through maybe a little rough patch. I guess, I don't know. I'm just trying to paint a picture. And then all of a sudden, she sleeps with him, just one guy. You find out about it all because he made her happy, took out one night, had a little money one time. and say she loves you, you love her, and you want to get her back, yeah, I might be able to bond with you on that one, bro. But when she did what she did, got mandingoed up, 10 D's with the wife's husband, all that stuff, like you said, I can't. That ain't. I'm not. Nah, I'm good, bro. Nah, if all of them. I'm talking about if my man's Ron Jeremy showed up, if my man's Lexington Steele showed up, if my man's Mandingo showed up, these dudes like nah, bro. It's good. I'm gone. You have that. But I'm just joking now. But it's like, to me, there's levels to cheating, and to be honest, this level of severity, I'm good, Mrs. Hall. I appreciate you loving me as long as you did, but I'm out. So
I will say this too, though, for any man out there, any woman out there, if a man that just meets your wife or your fiance, I don't speak on terms of girlfriend or baby mamas. Like I really despise on how people value somebody that's a girlfriend or a baby mother. I will tell any woman, I will tell any man, if you love her that much, you will have plans to make her your wife. A woman, if he fucks with you like that, you'll understand he has plans. If he doesn't seem that going in that route or that direction, but if you're not a fiance or a wife, you're absolutely nothing. Something happens to that man a day or tomorrow, guess what? You get nothing. I just hate how people, for me, and you can ask my wife this, I always told her, if somebody ain't your wife or somebody ain't your husband, that ain't your wife, you can't get cheated on. Because it depending on what you believe in, you can only commit adultery to your husband or wife. And then if you're having sex before marriage, that's a sin anyway. So we have to take that into consideration. So if your premise of getting married is based on the Bible and you having all that stuff, I'll tell anybody. That's why you judge and things change and when you're married rather than you're not. Because a lot of people don't understand is when you're married, you have an obligation and responsibility. When you're not married, you don't have that. That's why a lot of people run away from marriage.
You can create that for yourself, though. Like, because not back to what we talk about, whatever you believe in. What about some piece of paper that the government says you and him are legally bound together made that love any deeper? That's the different route of it. Because then at the same time, why do people have extravagant weddings? Why do some people just take it down to the courthouse and just get it signed and be on about their way? So so there's levels to it. But to me, it's the value you put in the other person. And the value that person puts into being a wife or a husband. Because there's there, like you said, it's running standard. It's like you said, why is it this way? Don't know, blah blah blah. It's just understood that more often than not, women like to push getting married. It's not the man that's in a rush. It's not the man that's demanding the ring. It's the woman that's demanding the ring, so to speak. So the woman wants to be the married one and stuff. So that's just the standard in practice that it is. So it's the level that, to me, of love you put in if you feel that way, and also the value the other person in wants to be a wife or a husband as opposed to a boyfriend or girlfriend.
But I say, like I would say, being a husband or wife, you're held to a different standard overall. You see, that's
because you took that next level.
Now, it's like now, it's kind of like when you're an intern versus when you're an employee. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you're an intern. Okay, you can make mistakes or whatever. But when you're an employee, it's a little bit different things come with that. So I would say
it's definitely
regardless
costly.
of what type of regardless of what type of wedding or anything that you have, when you're getting married, like I say, that the obligation, I think the reason, and nowadays the reason why we have so many divorces is because people cannot they cannot handle that obligation of pressure, or they run away from it, right? Because remember, pressure either makes diamonds or busts pipes. So now it's like, you got the beat, you got the now what's up now? See, before I ain't had that title, but now, and some people, they're good with never just having it. They do what they need to do and never just having it. And some people are just different. So, and they make, different arrangements. But like I say, I would tell any young man or young woman, when they putting that emphasis on that, to go ahead and do that. But, back to, what we're referring to with Maegan Hall and stuff, it's I hope it works out. And I just hope I hope she gets nothing. That's what I'm looking at. Hope she gets nothing, and then we'll see how it goes, from there. And yeah, man. But there's some other tight stuff that I've been looking at too. What do you think about having a naked cleaning lady?
Couldn't do it. Not today. Man, look, back. We just talked about this. To me, look, it's a lot of successful women probably do it. A lot of great guys on the outside who pay for shit like that. But to me, my luck, that's a case waiting to happen, bro. Like, it's just because, again, on the top of it, hush. You would never be paying for sex anyway. Let's, wink, wink. You paying for the cleaning service. And on the surface of it, all I want you to do is clean my house, and I just want to look at you with no clothes on. Okay? No harm, no foul, right? Like, I'm just looking. We window shopping. So essentially, that's it. You clean up my house naked with some clothes on, you leave. What joy is that? Hey, some great guys probably pay for it, but hey, is it, back when what I said, is that a little hunch tip for let me come over? You paying for me to clean your house. So at the end of the day, you will be clean, but we're going to do a little something along the way. Is that the service? Because if it's not, then no, hide me. Because if the service is to clean, then no. Yeah, I'm not just gonna have fun just watching you clean my house naked when I could have cleaned the shit myself and let you be on your way. Nah. Couldn't do that. And then all of a sudden, if I did catch a case from it and I didn't get no ass, nah, I couldn't do that. Nope, couldn't do it. Sorry.
Well, some people have different fetishes, right? I would say in this world, you can find anybody like you that have the same fetishes as you.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that some people like to eat human. There's some people who like to eat humans, right? There's some people who like to drink blood.
Yeah, we're going to have to back that up a little bit. You know what I'm
shit.
saying? Who? You remember the chick that wanted to be a dog? She identified as a dog. She be running around on off.
There's people who want to be treated like a dog or a cat, or they think they walk around with a leash around their neck. So people have different fetishes, and I believe you can find. I would tell anybody, you're not the only person in the world. More than likely, by being so many people, billions of people, you can find other people. It could be only 10, but you can find 10 people that share with the things that you're like, and y'all could come together and make that a thing. All I'm saying, in the UK, I believe it's in the UK, woman said her customers just like her to clean the house with nothing on.
Shit, French maids probably shit. That shit's probably popping in France.
Well,
it's probably big. It's probably big business.
No. I think France is more lingerie, but I think these people, there are people saying, I just want to. You ain't gotta be. They saying it ain't about no sex. It's not about nothing. Based on reading the article, just want to watch a woman clean my house naked. Maybe it's a sense of power. Maybe it's a sense of fantasy. Maybe it's it could be a plethora of different things, but I got somebody cleaning my house naked.
House shoes on.
I don't just have a clean. I
Butt
don't just
ass
have a
naked.
regular cleaning lady.
With
I
the
got
house
a
shoes on.
naked cleaning lady. So I would say, I believe it's more about preference, and I believe with like anything in this world, if people have a need or preference for something, they'll be willing to pay you to do it.
If there's a demand
Business
for it,
101.
somebody gonna
Find a need,
supply.
find a need, somebody a supply. So there's a lady go around cleaning houses naked for people, and I believe customers could be man or woman. Some women like to, hey, I'm gonna watch this woman clean my house naked. It doesn't mean you have to be bisexual or gay or anything like that. You just want to see that. Now I don't know if there's any men cleaning houses naked, but I don't know if there's a service for that because I don't know if men can get again. It goes back to that men can't get away with women can get away with, and I'll give you an example. I'm at the gym these days, right? I'm at LA Fitness. I just come out the motherfucking shower, right? Come out the motherfucking shower, and I think maybe somebody snuck in the gym. I don't know what's going on. I just come out the shower, right? And chick just walks right in. Young chick, probably in her 20s, working at the front desk. I think she said she was gonna walk in or whatever it may be. And she walked in, went through then walked back out, and then she came back. I'm like, hey, you need to say something when you walking in, or you just need to get a man to walk in here, because I don't feel comfortable with you walking in this motherfucker, and I'm gonna have my towel just down, like I'm in my space. You know what I'm saying? And she was like, well, I said I was coming in before I came in or whatever. And then this older gentleman said something, or whatever, and I was like, nah, man, because if it was the other way around, it's different. I was like, we have to treat
keep
things
that same energy.
way. We have to keep equality. But if you notice, I see all the times women clean men's restrooms. We be in there naked and all that stuff. But if a man, if I was working at LA Fitness and I went in a women's restroom, not only would the women be tripping, but if their husbands was there, their men was there, they would have a problem with that.
Yeah.
Right?
Facts.
Regardless if I announced it, whatever. They feel invasion of their privacy. Right? So let's focus on being equal and we'll never have again, life is not about equality, I believe, when it comes to certain things. Right? But if we're focusing on equality here, then I believe something like a bathroom space in my locker room deserves that same quality as a woman's does. Meaning, I don't just want a woman, regardless if she works there, walking in my space and I'm naked, have on my towel. I think there should be a level of respect that I believe men normally have for women if they work there, going into a woman's space and have to clean the restroom. So it's kind of, it's like that. So back to my point of men,
definitely,
having a naked man, it'll definitely be different.
Business wouldn't be the same, like you said, because here's the thing.
Absolutely not.
No men, I won't say zero, but no men is getting another man cleaning shit naked. Ain't really too many women gonna be, not that they wouldn't like it, but if they got a man, obviously the man wouldn't like it, so the man ain't doing it, blah blah blah. You back to square one. Whereas with the woman cleaning the naked, the man definitely wants that shit. And then the woman's like, you know what, hey, maybe it wouldn't be so bad anyway. And then they kind of roll with it. Then you got two okays where you got a yes and an okay versus a okay and a hell no. That that them's twos don't, which one you giving points for. So, but me, I nah, like I said, to me, you hit the nail on the head. It's the fetishes. It's what people like, because I got no interest. It's the point of, it's not that I don't want to see naked ladies or like any other guy, or do I appreciate a naked woman cleaning? Sure. But I don't have a fetish for seeing a naked lady so much that I would hire one to clean my house. And that's where like I would just go ahead and draw the line. So no, I wouldn't want to do that. And then being in today's 2023, knowing the direction we going in, I feel like as a grown man, now I'm cognizant that I have to be more careful than I probably ever thought I would need to be 10 plus years ago. See? So I know by today's standards, I got to be careful. Sometimes you just want to get yourself out of situations, which I don't know is going to lead us into our next topic or not, but that's something we definitely wanted to touch on in the future. Is my man Michael Irvin.
Oh, yes.
Situations, bro. Situations.
Oh, yeah, situation. Yeah, we'll get to that. So, we'll get to that. But yeah.
But what am I looking at right now?
That should.
How much that is?
Cleaning lady, man.
That's my naked cleaning lady.
$95 an hour. That's your naked.
See, like back to
That's another one on. That's another one on Instagram. That's a little older. But yeah, this should.
Hey, we need to have a round of smash or pass in this motherfucker. Smash or pass around up in this. Like, I get it. She only there to clean, but at the same, sex sells. They selling sex without offering sex. Cause I'm not, again. This is, say that again. We ain't trying to be rude. We not trying to put people on blast. We speaking dead ass motherfucking facts right now. Why wouldn't there be an overweight, out of shape person? I'm sure they got people who have a fetish for that body style and would love that. But the service is slim to none. Whereas that lady, she ain't gonna be the most beautiful woman you've seen. But she kind of looked like if she was naked in front of you, I might want to take that down.
They don't have no Lizzo cleaning ladies? Let promote.
There ain't no Lizzo. No. Hey, why? Hey, the truth though, why Beyonce can show some ass, but Lizzo can't show no ass? Let's just, hey, well, is it because we being all the way 100? No. That's my point. Like, why is it that?
Nobody.
They do it. My point is, I'm trying to play devil advocate. Why can't she? Like, everybody has a problem when she does it. Why can't she do it too? But is it because less people want to see that shit?
The same reason I'm not in the same reason Jay-Z or me or you ain't in a model ain't models. That's the same. Because we don't look, our body types don't look that we not walking. Why we not walking a runway? It's a reason why. Because ain't nobody. They may like my face, but if I'm not in shape, ain't nobody trying to see beer bellies walking down a runway. See, that's the difference between men and women. Men, we understand it's levels to this, right? I can get there if I work hard and achieve if I wanted to do that, but there's levels in men who, like, there's some men who can get it. Like, women believe if I'm a woman, I should be able to get that privilege. You get what I'm saying? As men, we know it's certain privileges ugly dudes ain't gonna get, and certain dudes ain't gonna get. Like,
ugly dudes ain't getting that.
But it's certain privileges that we as a dude, we're just not gonna get based on certain statuses. And it's not that it's not equal or whatever. It's just that they've worked hard or did different things to get certain things. So I know I'm not. That's like that's just not me. So Beyonce looking like that, she works hard to keep herself in some type of shape. It's not saying people don't like Lizzo's size, but it's less likely that it's less people that like the way Lizzo looks compared to Beyonce. And let's be honest, the way Lizzo looks is not healthy for nobody. That leads to a lot of health issues. So that's a lot of underlying health issues. Weight can lead to a lot. I'm not saying a person who's small can't get sick, but people who weigh more typically have more underlying health problems than people who don't, and that's just a fact. So I would tell for myself.
Yeah, we know that.
So
We know that much. Is could Lizzo have pulled off what Sierra just pulled off?
she not Sierra.
Because man, we got again, but
but she.
But hey, Sierra caught some. Hey, she got it both ways on that too. She had a lot of supporters, saying that
remember,
a beautiful woman could come out looking glamorous like that, and then you got other people saying that this is distasteful and that there's no way a woman should come out in a see-through dress and
But remember, the only reason people are saying that about her is because she's a wife. See, if she wasn't a wife, that's not as much of an issue. You get what I'm saying? It's like, it's not that you're trying to tell your wife how to dress, but meaning when J-Lo did stuff like that, J-Lo was single. She wasn't married. You get what I'm saying? When you're a wife, when you're a husband, I think it's a level, again, it goes back to what I said before, of standard you need to hold yourself to. It's not saying that what Sierra was wearing is a bad thing or a wrong thing, but if you want to be a wife and you want to call yourself a wife, my wife ain't dressing like that in public. I'm not saying she can't wear that for me. I'm not saying she's not gonna look good as.
Hey, shout out Sierra, cuz shout out Sierra.
Shut up. I'm not saying she's gonna look fine. I'm not saying she's not gonna look fine. I'm not saying she's gonna look fine as fuck or whatever she is that she wearing. But as a wife, in respect wise, you ain't as a woman. No, and you got to tell yourself as a woman. You got to tell yourself as a man. This is not a smart move. This is not a good look.
Okay, so you wouldn't have appreciated your wife coming out like that.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. But you gonna give a shout out to Mr. Hall for sticking around after his so-called wife done did way more than just come out of a dress for some looks. Yeah, see, now that's it. Come on now, keep that same energy, cuz they keep that same energy.
I'm gonna say it again. The energy's there, but all I'm just saying.
Shout out Russell Wilson, bro. Shout out Russell Wilson.
No, I'm saying Russell Wilson went along with it because he went along with it as him. He might have not known she was getting mandingoed and dog pounded when she was on the clock. You get what I'm saying? It's different between. So we talking two different scenarios. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
she getting the train. She getting the train run on her.
He couldn't help that.
Yeah, he couldn't help that. Russell Wilson. You know what I'm saying?
Still, but once he found out, I'm out.
That. I get you, but I get you. But hey, who knows?
But yeah, Russ probably should have been like CC, baby, come on. You can't wait and cover that up real quick. I'm waiting. I'm waiting for this when I get home.
Yeah, but it's like CC. I know you, Sierra. I know you, CC. But you Miss Wilson now, and Miss Wilson, has to be better. You get what I'm saying? If Sierra was just, even if they wasn't married, if they were just a couple, like I guarantee you, if they would have been just a couple, like boyfriend and girlfriend, nobody wouldn't have said nothing. I'm 100% sure nobody would have said nothing. But like if he would have went, I'm gonna give you an example. No. Listen,
the body
if
shamers.
If went there with Sierra,
the Lizzo fans.
Listen, well, yeah, I get you, but I'm gonna give you an example. If he goes there and people found out he dating Sierra like a month ago, right? And he goes there with Sierra looking like that, everybody gonna be like, "Damn, look what Russell Wilson got." You get what I'm saying? So that's what I'm. Mm-hmm. So it would be like, "Dang, man." But since that's been his wife for that time and they have kids, see, they got kids now too. So being a father, being a husband and stuff, again, it just comes with a little bit more responsibility that you need to kind of wear on your shoulder that you have to think about. And again, I don't think you get that pushback if they're just dating boyfriend and girlfriend. And I don't think people like, dang, Russell Wilson, they'll be like, dang, he got him a good one. But they can be like, dang, that's your wife? I don't know, man. Your wife?
She look like she trying to put on a show for the community, brother.
Yeah, that's my point. Your wife coming out like that. You don't do that. She look
like she trying to share with the community, brother. She trying to share with the community.
And that goes back to what people have said about Russell Wilson being a square. You get what I'm saying? Him being who he been, and him being a square.
Pushover, you know what I'm saying? She wear the pants in that relationship. Sit your ass down.
So now
Russ.
he's gonna get. So now he's gonna get dog pounded, and people gonna be like, "Oh, you a pussy." You get what I'm saying? So a lot of sometimes women you gotta understand. Sometimes women you gotta understand. You gotta feed that man ego, and you gotta be, hey, this is my husband. This man married me and takes care of my family. I gotta make sure when I'm out with him, I gotta make sure he looks like the man, and I gotta make sure I'm taking care of him in a public light. You get what I'm
I
saying?
agree with that 100%.
That's all I'm gonna say. That's what I would say.
Just like a woman wants, what usually what's the main thing you hear from women when it comes to like relationships, what they want from their man? They just want their man to make them feel like they are special to them. Like, you mean something to me. There's all these fish out in the sea, but I want this one fish. And they don't just want that through the dating phase. You got to continue that throughout the course of life if you're going to stay in a relationship. 10 years from now, that's the point. If they talk about the proverbial fire, if the proverbial fire goes out, then it's like, I'm not special to you anymore. When you see another woman walk by, you look at her longer because you like what she looks like now. You don't like how all that thrown into the mix. That's what women feel like. That's what you hear a lot of. Men do want to be loved. Humans want to be loved. They want to feel like they same thing from a relationship. But to that point, men want the feel of like I believe he said, like the provider. Men want to, even if they are not providing as much as they would like. A man may want to feel like he can and wants to provide more than he does. But at the same time, he still wants that feel of he is needed, but it's not, he needs to feel special. See that if I may word that correctly, women want the feeling of, I want to feel special. A man wants to feel like he's kind of needed. Again, they're not saying that you can't survive without me. They got independent, Boosie and Webby made a song about it. Independent women, INDEP, you know what I'm saying? It's because it's not that women are dependent. Women don't need a man. Like the Steve Harvey movie where you got the independent, strong woman. You don't need a man because you are a man. There are those women out there. But the opposite of that is this, like you talk about, it's something that is in place that is just the standard of it, that women don't need a man. No woman should need a man, but it's the nurturing of needing the man. The woman that don't need the man is looked at as that type of woman, independent woman, so to speak. They special of themselves. But for the most part, the way the women want to feel special from their man, I really do believe the man's solidified by the feel of being needed within the realm of within their life. I know you don't need me to make the minor detailed decisions for you, but I just need you in my life. And then I think that's the validation. And at the same time, if you get in the feel of the need in your life, you should reciprocate that by making your woman feel special.
Oh, absolutely. And I'll just say this before we start to get out of here. Women need to understand that men don't care about how much money you make. That's fine. If you go out there and you making six figures and you making all that money, that's great. But I don't really care. I love that you could buy me stuff and do all that stuff. But if you making that type of money, I'm still gonna want you to, hey, probably, make some food for us. Probably wash your clothes, wash the dishes. Probably rub my feet. Not saying I won't rub your feet, but I'm still gonna probably want a lot of those qualities of you still being, even if you are the breadwinner and make more money than me. That's not the issue, right? Because a lot of people say, well, what if a woman made 130,000 and your husband made 75,000? Well, he's not making chopped liver. You're just fortunate in your career to be making more. Ain't nothing wrong about that. You come together. But as a woman, if you are making more than that man and you let it be known that you're making more than him, that's a problem. So if you're making more than him, you have to make sure, if you want it, again, If you want to do your thing and be single and mingle, I'm not talking to you. But if you want to be a wife, if you are making more than him, you have to perceive and do things as if you're not.
That's back to my point.
And
you don't need him. You making $100,000 a year. You honestly don't need this man. You love him. You want him to keep that feeling that you don't treat him like you make him feel needed. And when I say needed, you know, and to your point, you were talking about like kind of like a special type of thing. I know it's maybe kind of hard to put in words the way I'm saying it, but it's like, say like, you know, you laying in bed together at night, y'all about to go to bed, and like she just pulls you close and like gives you that feel of like, I need you here with me. Like I don't want to do without you. That's what I'm saying. Like that.
The leader shouldn't be who makes the most money. See, a lot of people think
just make him feel needed. I still need you.
Make him feel like he's the head of the household, regardless of who makes what, and y'all will be protected.
Facts.
I promise you that. And for all you women, I'll give y'all an example. And let me give y'all the example. Let's say, for instance, you as a woman, and people are like, hey, what you do? You're like, oh, I'm a stay-at-home mom. Oh, for real? Damn, girl, you got a good man. Hoorah! Now, let's say, for instance, you the woman, you making the bread, you got it like that. You making all the money, and hey, what your husband do, girl? Oh, he a stay-at-home dad. Your husband don't work? Your girlfriend's gonna
stay at home. What?
Your mama gonna shame him. Your daddy again.
He ain't got no job.
If y'all got that type of relationship, that's on y'all, right? That's y'all. If y'all that strong and y'all got that, I don't have no problem with that. A stay-at-home father. I'm just letting you know. Whoever you, as a woman, you didn't say that before. Your man don't got no job. A man ain't got no job. Ain't looked at as a man. I am sorry. As a woman, you can get away with that. And as a woman, you can get away with being taken. But as a man, if he doesn't have a job, he's not gonna only get it from his friends and other people. He's gonna get it from society. So when y'all talk about equality and y'all talking about a man, that pressure is on him. And a lot more times than not, that pressure will make him break because he's going to feel like I'm not a man of who I'm supposed to be because I'm not providing. I don't have a job and I am staying at home. So it'll be very, very difficult for him just to be a stay-at-home dad. That's something that a lot of women need to think. Y'all got to think about now. Again, everybody working their relationship different. Whatever works for you, by any means, it works for you. But I want to. Yeah. I'm gonna sit here. I want to sit here.
Ladies, if you cool with your man staying and be a stay-at-home dad, then you cool with it.
But remember, he that stay-at-home dad. But remember, dog, he that stay-at-home dad. But he ain't got to hold that baby for 9 months though. We can't control that. That's I can't control that. Is it fair? That's why I say we do need equality in aspects. I feel equality is, if Aaron, you got your degree, you got this experience, you got this, you should have it. If you a woman, I don't care if you black, white, green, orange, woman, man, I don't care if you're gay, bisexual, trans, this. If you got the qualities to do whatever and you did the credentials and put in the work, it doesn't matter who you are. And we need to stop focusing on who I am and just focus on this is a job, this is a career. Let me focus on doing it. Stop trying to say, oh, I want to work here or I want to do this, but I'm trans, all this. Who cares? Get your money, get your bread, go home. This is a job. It is a job.
That's it.
All that has nothing to do with nothing. Let's just be honest. And like I say, and that's all I say. We need to focus on equality for that. Because if it's a woman and she can go out there and lift the weights and put in that and do it, hey, sell them tickets, hell yeah, get your money. I'm gonna fight for anybody. I don't care who you are, I don't care who. Hey, she need to be paid. Why was Ronda Rousey paid? Because she was bringing in the attention. But you want things when nobody watching to bring in attention. We understand if the business ain't if the business don't have sales, guess what happens? It go out of business.
Facts. That's the bottom line. But I don't. The whole stay at home dad idea ain't on my plate. Like you said, back to even obviously I done done too much in my life and career anyway to fall back on that because accomplishments and stuff. But if I met a chick,
hey man,
that was making mega money, I'm not staying at home dad. Nah.
Hey, bro, if you met a chick making $1 million, you better stay your ass home, cuz. Stay your ass home.
I better.
Stay your ass home. Stay your ass home.
I get a job at the Hobby Lobby.
Take care of them kids. Take care of them kids. I know you heard Obama.
Do it for the kids, Take care of the kids,
Nah, but y'all get the point. But man, it's been a great episode.
Yes, it has, man.
Yeah, it's been a real great episode. This has been real fun. So yeah, let us know what y'all think of this episode. Leave the comments at the bottom on YouTube. If you're checking us out on YouTube, remember we're on all major platforms: YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, Google Podcasts. What else we on, man?
Oh man!
Hopefully one day we'll be on your radio station and we'll be on your TV.
On your local radio, your TV. Already. But yeah, man, it's been a great episode, and I do want to thank everybody for listening. Yeah, make sure y'all get involved with it because very soon we're gonna be bringing in some outside opinions and takes, and that's really gonna spice up the parade right there. So, but I want to thank everybody for listening too. So for sure.
Yes, sir. We just taking small steps, baby.
Already. So till next time, and we definitely ain't gonna leave y'all hanging for long. So y'all make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe button. To Say That Again podcast, I've been your boy AG the OG. With my man KG the Kid, and we out.